Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, my team will present about Business Enterprise Application Project. So, I am Amirul Bahri, and then after this, my team member will present here. So, we go to the first task, which is appointment booking process. Actually, I have made two business process. Which one, if the system, if the to be process have admin side only, and then or if the to be process have both admin and patient side only. So we go to the first admin clerk side only. First start with the patient, and then the patient will call to appointment, call to make an appointment. From here, it goes to admin clerk. Admin clerk will log into the system, and then admin clerk will check the time slot availability from the patient. If the slot available, if the slot is not available, the admin clerk will request another time slot from the patient. So the patient will provide time slot, and then back to admin clerk again. The admin clerk will check the time availability. If the time availability is available, so goes to request patient detail. Right. In here, admin clerk will request patient detail, and then will ask the patient whether patient available in that slot or not. If the patient is not available, admin clerk will will suggest another available time slot to the patient. So if the patient available at that time slot, the process will move to the request patient details. So in here, the patient will provide personal details, and then admin clerk will check patient database. If the patient already in the database, so admin clerk will move straightforward to synchronize appointment with other clinic. But if the patient is not in the patient database, admin clerk will request for the survey, how the patient know about the clear vision, and then move to the admin clerk will update to patient in the database. So the admin clerk will add the new patient into the patient database. After that, the process will end. So this is all from admin clerk side. So if we move to both the system, the to be process have both patient and admin clerk side. So all will be in the patient side. Start with the patient. Patient will log in into the system, and then the patient will search available time slot from the list of the available time slot. After that, patient will book slot. After the patient will book slot, it will go to another section, which is the system will ask for personal detail. In here, patient will provide personal detail. After the patient save the personal detail, the system will send notification to the admin clerk. So in here we can see admin clerk get notification on new booking slot. After that, the admin clerk will check patient details. If the patient is already in the database, the admin clerk will directly synchronize with other clinic. But if the patient is not in the database, admin clerk will add the patient into patient database. This is run simultaneously with the patient process. After patient provide personal detail, patient will directly provide response to clear vision survey, which is how the patient know about the clear vision, and then move to the next. the patient will get notification on details of a successful booking. After all this process had done by the patient, the process will end. Same goes to the admin clerk.
Okay, next we move to the is-to-be process for the queue management process. First we start the system. First, admin will notify the user 1 day before the appointment, and if the patient is arrived, then the admin will mark the patient present in the system. So the admin will check if the patient is a new patient. Then the patient need to register first. They need to provide the information detail, and then they will, and then the admin will register the new patient in the system. Next, the admin will put the patient into the queue list for the patient to meet the doctor for appointment, and then the patient goes to the appointment for the testing or anything. And then after all of that finished, the admin will input all the medicine and all the price inside the system for the patient to make a payment. And next, we go back to look if the patient is not a new patient and not new patient. Then the admin can goes to the queue list and proceed with the payment and the meeting. Go back to the first process where if the patient is arrived or not. So for if the patient is not arrived, then the admin need to identify which patient is it in the system and collect all the information about the patient and search if there are any invoice or any information about the patient in the system. So if the invoice is found, then the admin need to update the patient appointment, and if not, the admin will call the patient for another reschedule. Then that's it. So next we move to the next slide.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and good morning. My name is Mohamad Afif. So for the development of the system, we have choose the suitable technology that exists. It's called Oracle Hyperion. Oracle Hyperion is the global leader in business performance management software. It provides visibility into the customer business, so that the customer business performs and to help them plan and model to improve their performance. By using Hyperion software, customers can collect data, organize data, and analyze it, then communicate it across the enterprise. And then Hyperion offers the industry-only business performance management solution that integrates the financial management application with the business platform into a single system. So for the implementation cost and effort, cost to implement this project is by quoting to the Oracle Hyperion by contacting them for pricing information and other product details. So the customer needs to have the specific quotation from their development. They also provide a free trial by request to see whether the software is suitable fit for their business. Skills and expertise required to use this software require like business plan and development, business analytics, accounting and financial management. For the business plan and development, the skills required to integrate all relevant departments for planning in the hierarchy order of the system, like SWOT analysis, sales forecasting, teamwork, delegation, time management, marketing and trends tracking. And business analytical, they require operate with analytic application and business intelligence tools, need to forecasting, estimation, quantitative analysis, risk analysis and management, and also strategic planning, problem solving and valuation. For the aspect of accounting and financial management, it is required accounting technique and principle, averaging, budgeting, calculations, cash flow, costing, taxation, GAAP, quantitative data, reporting and general ledger.
My name is Nurain Izzati. So I will continue on part license and data integration. For license, there are 3 license that is suitable for this project, which is Hyperion Interactive Reporting, Hyperion Financial Reporting, and Hyperion Web Analysis. For the Hyperion Interactive Reporting, it provides the executive, business users, and the analysts with the built-in relational capabilities of query. For the Hyperion Financial Reporting, it provides a book like a book quality of the financial management and reporting, which is normally used in the meeting. And then lastly, Hyperion Web Analysis, a web-based interactive analytics of all corners of the enterprise. Next is data integration. So by using Hyperion, it will allow the organization to access, integrate, make exchange and move any kinds of data between the Hyperion and any system which are related to the organization. And then it's also allow them to extract a huge number of data from the multiple sources, as to refine the data or move the data to the other targets available.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I will present, my name is Adlina with Abdul Muiz, and I will present about data storage. Data can be stored in F-based, cube or database using either the block storage option, BSO, or aggregate storage option, ASO. BSO method is a pre-calculated mechanism which takes time to build BSO and SO. It's on demand means that you generate only when it's required. It allows you to decide which ones is better for your organization in terms of performance. There is 6 options for the ASO and BSO. There is store data, share data, never share, label only, dynamic calculation and store, and dynamic calculation. For BSO, that only these 4 are in the option, but for the ASO, it included the dynamic calculation and store and dynamic calculation. Next is reports. There is 3 reports. Reporting. First is financial reporting. Second is SQL production reporting, and third is interactive reporting. Financial reporting is enables book quality, financial management and reporting targeted at meeting. And for the SQL production reporting, the module of Oracle Business Intelligence, Suite Enterprise Edition plus that generates high volume presentation quality and pixel perfect formatted reports. And next is interactive reporting, a module of Oracle Business that provide executive business users and analysts with intuitive user-directed rational query capabilities. That's all. Thank you.